Hi everyone! If you're watching this video, your exams are probably coming up. And maybe you're thinking, I wish I had started studying earlier. But don't worry, you're not alone. Most of us start preparing during the last week before exams, and that's completely normal. But let me tell you something. Just because you're studying last minute doesn't mean you're going to fail. With the right methods, you can still organize your topics and get good results even in just 7 days. In this video, I'm going to show you a realistic 7-day exam preparation routine. And I'm not just going to say things like, study harder. Instead, I'll share more efficient ways to study techniques to remember information more easily and ways to reduce exam stress. And the most important thing, stop putting too much pressure on yourself. Constantly thinking, I have to study, I'm running out of time, will only make you more stressed and tired. So take a deep breath. Because in this video, I'm going to share simple but really effective study tips that can help you during exam week. Let's get started. First, create a plan. One of the biggest mistakes students make during exam week is studying without a plan. Many people sit at their desk and think, what should I study first? Which subject should I start with? And they end up wasting a lot of time. Instead, the first thing you should do is create a simple plan. Take a piece of paper or use your phone notes and divide the next 7 days. For each day, decide which subject you will study, which topics you want to finish, about how long you will study. If possible, planning hour by hour can also help a lot. For example, 4 p.m., math topic review. 5 p.m., break 5:30 p.m., math practice questions 6:30 p.m., English vocabulary review. When your brain knows exactly what to do, you feel less stressed and more focused. 2. Create study blocks. Another important thing, don't try to study for hours without a break. Many students say, today I'm going to study for 5 or 6 hours. But sitting at your desk for 6 hours doesn't mean you're studying efficiently. Studying for long periods without breaks makes your brain tired, and after a while you stop understanding anything. Instead, try using study blocks. For example, 60 minutes of studying plus 10-minute break, or 90 minutes of studying plus 15-minute break. This method helps your brain rest and makes it much easier to focus again. 3. Organize your study space. This might seem like a small detail, but your study environment is actually very important. If your desk has things like your phone, random items, or anything distracting, it becomes much harder to focus. Before you start studying, clean your desk, remove unnecessary things, keep your phone away if possible. A clean study space sends a message to your brain. It's time to focus. 4. Make memorization easier. Some subjects require a lot of memorization, but simply reading information over and over again usually doesn't work very well. Instead, try using more memorable methods. For example, learning with examples. When you connect a piece of information with a real-life example, your brain remembers it much more easily. Another helpful method is writing while studying. Instead of just reading your notes, write down key ideas or summaries. Writing helps your brain process and remember information better. 5. Teach the topic like you're explaining it to someone. This is a really powerful study technique. Try explaining the topic as if someone is sitting in front of you. Imagine you're teaching it to a friend. For example, this topic basically works like this. The main idea here is, if you struggle while explaining it, that probably means you haven't fully understood the topic yet. But if you can explain it clearly, that's a good sign that you actually understand it. 6. Prioritize high-importance topics. During exam week, your time is very valuable. Instead of spending equal time on every topic, it's smarter to focus on the most important ones first. Some subjects may affect your grades more, or some topics might appear more often in exams. So ask yourself, which topics will help me get the most points? Start with those first. 7. Look at previous exam questions. This is another really helpful strategy. Teachers often use similar question styles in their exams. When you look at past exam questions, you can notice which topics appear the most, how the questions are asked, what type of problems are common. This gives you a big advantage during the exam. 8. Understand the basics of the topic. Some students try to memorize shortcuts or tricks, but if you don't understand the foundation of the topic, you might struggle when the questions are slightly different. So first, try to understand, what is the logic behind this topic? When the basics are clear, solving questions becomes much easier. 9-day 5. Big review. At this point, your exam is getting closer. On day 5, your main goal should be reviewing what you studied, solving practice questions, trying small mock tests. This is also the moment where motivation matters. Remember, you've already studied a lot. Now you're just strengthening what you learned. 10. Sleep schedule. This might sound simple, but it's actually very important. If you don't get enough sleep, it becomes harder to focus. Remembering information becomes harder, you're more likely to make mistakes. Try to sleep around 11 p.m. or midnight and get about 7 to 8 hours of sleep. A well-rested brain learns and understands much faster. The night before the exam. This is the night when many students start to panic. But remember, panicking won't help anything. The night before the exam, you should quickly review important topics, solve a few questions, avoid heavy studying. You can also prepare things for the exam. Pens, eraser, water, anything you need. Preparing these things can make you feel calmer. And most importantly, get enough sleep. Exam day. On the day of the exam, try to wake up early. Instead of rushing, give yourself time to start the day calmly. Eat a balanced breakfast. Before the exam, you can also review a few short notes, do a quick revision, but remind yourself, I did my best. Take a deep breath, stay calm, and trust yourself. Remember, exams are not your whole life, but with the right preparation, you can still get great results. Believe in yourself. Do your best. And remember, you can do this. If this video helped you, don't forget to like it and subscribe for more study tips and school videos. See you in the next video.